Good morning everyone, we're at the quarter-final stage. It's a very strong field as per always with these events at the moment. This morning we're commentating on the Mark Royal and normal Coad quarter-final. Mark's currently holding 2 shots on the first end. The other quarter-finals of this strong field is Neil Smith is playing Andy Moore, Ian Jenkins is playing Scott Edwards, and Adam White is playing Martin Puckett. So it's tremendous strength to quarterfinals. Norman's played a bit of a runner there, but Mark's still laying the 2 shots on 1 bowl still to come. So Mark's standards, he would be hoping to add another 1 for 3 here. Mark's a little bit quick with that. I'm not sure he's scored the 3 they've been expecting. It's just a 2 to mark there. Still getting to grips with the pace this morning. Interesting match-up this one, because Mark's got wide swinging bowls and looks to draw on most occasions, when Norman's always quite attacking with his little dreamline bowls. So taking totally different lines and different characteristics in their approach to the game, really. So it's a good little match-up, this one. Decent starter for Mark. Couple of feet past, but always in play. Nice reply from Norman though, very close Norman here. Lovely start from Norman. Mark's just that couple of feet heavy again. So nice chance for Norman here to try and get another one in. Another good pace from Norman here. He's coming in for 2. Good bowl from Norman, that one. Lovely spot. The other games you can hear on is the pairs is also run on this event as well. It's always a good weekend, this one, because you have the pairs and the singles. So even if you're unfortunate enough not to win your singles, you've still got a nice little pairs tournament to look forward to. Better effort here for Mark. Is he quite up enough? Yep, he's drawn the shot. Lovely bowl for Mark there. Norman's given a little trot up after this one. Just under the head, I think. Good effort from Norman. Lovely pace for what he wanted to do there. Just looking to turn the bowl around or turn the jack round. Mark ideally looking to draw another one in, so Norman hasn't got the chance of clipping the bowl away. Mark's chosen to change his hand here. Another good bowl for Mark. Not sure that scores, but at least it's another one about. Difficult for Norman this, because he's only probably one down. And if he's to play the bowl onto the jack, he could possibly lose 2 or 3 here, so it's not the sort of end to be attacking, but interesting to see what Norman plays here. He's played up as Norman. As I said there, he played up and then loses a 2. Wasn't really much he could do with that, other than virtually accept the 1 down, really. Early doors on the other rinks. Adam White leads Martin Puckett 3-1. Scott Edwards leads Ian Jenkins 5-0. And Neil Smith leads Andy Moore 2-0. So Mark a healthy start here, 4-0. A lovely start for Mark. A foot short of the jack. Big end for Norman this. He won't want this gap to get any bigger. Got a nice bowl here. Is he quite making the trip? Yes, I think he's just about nicked that. Mark's on a good road again. Lovely effort for Mark this. Just in that gap he's looking for. Oh, he's just not quite made it. Norman holds the 1 as the marker indicates. Needs another one in there, Norman here. A good pace from Norman. Not sure with these straightish bowls though he's going to make it back. Imagine Mark will look to just arrive here on his own bowls, or just pushing Norman's away. Mark's actually changed his hand. Still playing the jaw. Lovely effort for Mark. Not quite making it back as he first shot, I don't think. That's a great attempt. Norman definitely needs another one in here, because I'm sure Mark will attack this Mark's got 3 second bowls here, so in my view his option here would be to play down the side that Norman's bowl's sticking out. But as I said earlier, Mark's virtually always reliant and confident of his jaw, but I'm sure he'll play, he's playing his forehand. Probably looking for a yard, 2 yards away here, just to lift the bowl away. He's playing to reach. He's got a couple of chances here. His own bowl being promoted will do him. That's what he's got. He's made shot out of that.
Still got it. Still a dead draw.
I think Norman's only 1 down. I think while Mark Bowl was coming up the green now, he'd be quite happy with only being 1 down. It could have been 3 or 4. Good effort from Norman. Great effort from Norman. Is he getting back to the bowl? Oh yes, lovely bowl from Norman. Great recovery. Yeah, just the 1 to Norman, so it's a good start for Norman. Gets him in the game. Just to keep you updated with the other scores, Martin Puckett now leads Adam White 4-3. Scott Edwards leads Ian Jenkins 5-1, and Neil Smith leads 3-0. Norman's bowled a very long jack there, almost chopped into the ditch, but he's virtually played tee to tee there, so this will be interesting because Mark will be having to give it a very wide green to keep to the centre mark. Fair start from Norman because it's a very long length to adjust precisely is very difficult. Mark looks nicely down. Good effort from Mark here. He's quite making the trip. This is a good start on this length. Norman now looking to add a couple of feet on his last bowl. Good effort from Norman. He's looking pretty good. That's a good correction from Norman. Lovely bowl from Norman. Great correction. Lay shot 2 or 3 inches short. Mark's left that one a little short. Good chance for Norman now to really get back in this set if he can get another one in here. He's trotting up behind this, obviously likes it again, likes the pace. Looks a little bit wider. Stuck the buck bowl in, I'm not sure he was quite meaning that, but you never know, it could always be useful. Mark's up with this one. by his reaction as he delivered it. I'm not sure he's still a little bit quick as well. He's a little bit quick. Yep, Norman's still holding the one. Good effort here from Norman. I'm still just that wide green he had there. His pace isn't too bad. He's falling in. Could actually be a shout for 2 shots that. Mark's looking at it. Mark's only really got the jaw, whether it's 2 or 1 really. He only just looked to jaw this. Just looking to improve on his first 3 attempts really. His green's been pretty good, so he's just looking to nail the weight. Mark just pulls a bit short and tight. Norman's got a 1 and a look for 2. Umpire's measuring here for the second shot. Looks quite tight actually. He picked Mark's bowl up, so it's only one shot to Norman there, but keeps him in the set. Let's keep you updated again on the other rinks. Adam White's gone into a 6-5 lead. He picked up another 3 then from Martin Puckett. Ian Jenkins has come back now to 5-2 down. Neil Smith leads 3-2, so that's nicely poised. And Norman now, I see, only 4-2 down in this set. 3 ends to play, so he just needs to keep scoring. A little bit quick from Norman there, nice line. Give a Mark a yard though. Mark's just pulling up short. Better pace from Norman here. Better pace from Norman here. Nice close bowl. Not too bad. Not changing his hand. Mark's still just pulling up. I think Norman's still got it. I think he's asked the question. Marker replies with a holding one shot. So Norman looking to add. He's trotting after it. Obviously likes it. If he holds into that gap, he's pretty good. He holds into the gap. And he's done it. Yep, and he's flopped Mark's bowl out for a certain two. Mark better here. Still pulling up. Still think Norman's got the two. Mark's lost his way a little bit the last couple of ends. Norman will be looking to add another one and put the pressure on. Could turn this set around here. Next two bowls quite significant to this set. Norman's a little bit tight here. Holds two. Mark's got to look to get round or get inside his own bowl here on the left hand side. It's a tricky one, this one. He could have a really good bowl here and stop on his own and still be two down, but I think he's still got to play that. Still got to draw. He's still lets in to have faith in his draw. He's to beat his own bowl. Yes, he has. Yeah, great bowl for Mark. Big recovery that. I think he's just. Marcus looking at it. Looks shot from here, but it's obviously closed and it looks from this angle. No, one to Mark. So it's 5-2. Two ends to play. Just to update you again on the other rinks. Adam White now leads Martin Puckett 7-5 and they're playing their last end. Martin obviously the holder of this competition that was run as also at Christmas or New Year time. Ian Jenkins now back to his 5-3 down against Scott Edwards, and Neil Smith has just picked up there to go 4-3 ahead, so all the games tightish.
The second bowl is almost a yard through, so that yard we used to draw.
Good couple of feet to a yard there for Mark. Norman's a bit on the heavy side. Bit of a commotion going on in the next swing to Norman here, just disturbed him slightly, but now he's getting his bowl away. Better effort from Norman. Is he going to quite hold up though? No, I think he's just contacted the short bowl there. There's them 2 down. Now joined by Helen Toohey in the commentary desk.
Morning, Buzz.
Morning, Helen. Mark now slotting in the 3rd shot here. So Norman's under a bit of pressure with his last 2 bowls. Norman's better here. Lovely effort from Norman this one. Yes, that's a big bowl from Norman. Drawn the shot. Keeps him in the set. Mark will just be looking to draw still, I think, and just turn that jack round.
I don't think it's a shot to play, but I think he might be looking to change his hand, which he has.
Surprised that Mark playing this.
He's giving himself a chance.
Usually relies on his draw, Mark, but he's actually looking to arrive on this. Yeah,
He needs a bit of help.
Depends on his result.
Sure.
Gets the edge of a bowl. Always got the jack.
That's perfect.
Got it a bit too well actually, because I think Norman's still got the shot with the back bowl. Bit unfortunate, Mark, there. He actually probably got that too well, really, because now Norman's got 2 feet to draw another shot and really put himself in with a great chance for the set.
I'm quite surprised at that shot. That's actually
Very, very surprised with the way Mark usually plays the game. I'd have said he definitely would have drawn, being the fact that he'd had 3 such good bowls anyway.
Norman looks a bit high. I'm not sure if it'll come back from there.
Yeah, with his Dreamline bowls, he'll struggle from there. I think. He's got the 1 anyway. Norman now obviously needs a 2 to tie up the set on the last end. To keep you updated elsewhere, Martin Packett's actually lost the first set to Adam White. Scott Edwards leads Ian 6-3 on their last end. And Neil Smith, I think, has just scored again. He's already 5-2 up. I think it's at least 6 or 7-2. (6-2) with 5 ends gone. So Norman now playing this slightly longer length. Fair start from Norman, but a couple of feet. Mark will be expecting to get inside that.
Yeah, he's a player you can't really give 2 feet to, really. I marked his game yesterday, and he was a little bit like a machine once he slots in on that pace.
Slots in on that pace, yeah. They both struggled a bit this morning, slotting on the pace, but I think because it's a bit cooler in there, good start from Mark there. Be happy with that. Norman really needs to get this one in, because he needs to get that 2.
To half the set at least.
To half the set at least, exactly, yeah.
Looks like he might have a little bit more weight here, but like you say, he's
it's a
just
bit
playing
better.
a slightly higher line, I think.
Looks to be on a good road. Two good bowls here for Mark. Certainly asked him the question. Very good for
Absolutely.
Mark.
Well played,
Perfect.
well played.
Well, Norman's back bowl now
I
could
think
come
he's-
into play, but he's certainly arriving on this, Norman.
I think he might give himself
Yeah.
a little chance here. He's definitely one. He's quite happy playing a few yards.
He
isn't
loves
he?
his little trundle up to Norman. He's still keeping his backhand. Thought we might play the forehand there,
Yeah,
but
so did I. It's not a bad
it's
effort.
a great effort, though. It's a great effort for Norman, and also in play. So Mark now has got to be looking towards them back bowls.
Well, depending what Mark does here, at least he's got a shot to play here, Norman, and possibly for the set if it goes right.
Yes. Mark's got to be looking to draw past the jack. It gets between Norman's two bowls. He can't possibly really lose the set.
We've said things
We've
like
said
that
things
before,
before,
Barry.
yeah. Usually against us. Mark's certainly up with this. He's looking to get round his own two. Yeah. Well, Norman's still got a possibility of winning the set here.
Does mean he needs to play this bowl a little bit more control.
He's actually got to think about his weight. Yeah, Norman's playing the shot that I think we thought he'd play with his last bowl here.
Must be a fine effort, actually.
Giving it a little chance here.
This is
He's
a
just got
cracking
that
effort
2
here.
foot to a
Just gonna
yard.
hang.
Oh, he's just going to hold pass. He had a lovely pace for the shot. And Mark wins the set. That's the first set. So Mark Royal, 6-3. Just to keep you updated, Scott Edwards has taken the first set against Ian Jenkins. Adam White leads the second set 1-0 after taking the first set. And Neil Smith 6-2 up, playing the sixth end. And I think he holds on this end as well. Andy Moore looking pretty good here though. Andy Moore's drawn the shot. Cracking bow on heels. Mark to start the second set then. Back to this shorter length that Mark prefers. Another lovely start for Mark here. Not quite making the chip, but it's not far away. And a nice start from Norman here.
Good
Just going to
reply
beat
here.
the bowl, is he? Just got to beat the
Yes,
bowl.
he is just about.
Yes, he's
Okay,
lovely
yeah.
pace from Norman there.
He does seem to be looking like he's just scratching
Stretch
for a line.
for the centre line, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
The trouble with these streamlined or a straighter bowl really, if you get on a rink where you're just struggling to get back and get a line, it does make a difference. Mark with his big swinging Drake's Pride bowls.
Looks a bit pacey here. Sure.
Yeah, he's chasing after. He probably wants looking for the jack, but he's just outside it. Norman still holds one, and he's got a little bit of room here. Norman, he'll look to start the second set well here, hopefully.
He definitely needs to maximise on this, having that room to draw another.
Plate's really good, mate. You can measure.
Well, we're wrong there. The marker fancies that
Mark's shot, does he?
Mark's shot with his front
From our angle here, it looks comfortably Norman's. Norman looks pretty decent here if he's making the trip. No, he's just that line again, as you said.
Yeah. Fraction of both.
Big ad.
This is the thing, you see. I mean, Norman's a good player, and he's always knocking around the circuit, getting to the latter stages, and we know that he's won one as well.
Yeah,
But with someone like Mark Moore, this is quite a loose end for him, and the opponents always need to maximise when he has a loose end, really, because it doesn't happen very often.
No. Mark's on a nice road here.
His pace looks good as well.
Yeah.
There's a cracking bowl here
This
from
is a
Mark.
shot coming in. Oh, it's just falls dead. Yes,
Yeah,
that's the shot. That is
definitely.
without doubt the shot.
So it should be a dead draw, but
Yeah, Norman will be open to.
his line looks a little bit better. It's a good effort here from Norman.
Yeah, he's got a lovely pace here.
Cracking effort.
Lovely bowl
cracking
from Norman
bowl.
here. Stays
Well
on the
played,
outside the
Norman.
jack. That's
Well
an excellent
played,
bowl from Norman.
That
Great
was a
bowl
nice
that.
little pressure bowl, that.
Yeah, gets him started nice in the second set. Obviously, all these players are looking towards the top 32. It's qualified for the Potters event. I think it's it's in October, November again, I think. At the moment, five of the 8 that are left are qualified, and there's 3 that are looking to this game actually will, I think, get them in the 32, which is Adam White, Ian Jenkins, and Mark Worrell. So if any of them 3 are successful here, then I think that will get them in the 32.
On a good line, come on. Little ticker on the jack. Okay, mate.
Small toilet break. And here comes Norman. To go for his slightly longer length again.
Get up, Davey. Get up, Davey. Get up, Davey. Stay there. Stay up. Well played. Well played. One it is.
He's gone back to a longer length here. He's obviously trying to
Yeah,
knock Mark off his pace.
Mark always relies on the shorter length, so
That's a lovely start.
Norman's obviously a little bit quick with that.
Great opening bowl from Mark.
Yep, nice tight bolt.
He's obviously just slotted in the pace here because there doesn't seem to be much to shake him off.
He's just on that wide line there. It's probably, yeah, he's just struggling to get back, as you said, Ellen, before. He is struggling to hit the centre line.
Sometimes wonder if he's just slow. I mean, he's very, very quick on the mat. Extremely quick, but then he's probably played like that all his life. So,
Yeah,
but to me, it just seems
simple,
too quick.
Easy,
yeah.
dizzy.
Poor bowl from Mark there. He won't be happy with that.
Norman's now got a good bowl, and also allowing a bit of fortune to try and get either side of that bowl. He's got a good road here. He's looking good, Norman, here. Great effort from Norman.
Well, it's a good second bowl if it's not sharp.
Very good, very good. That mark still holds a 1, as indicated by the marker.
Forced him to change his hand now.
Mark's on a good road as well here. He's on a good road in. Just misses his that. Oh, he's very good here. Absolutely.
Bowl.
Oh, he's just run through. I thought he was picking the jack up.
So did I.
Good head for Mark though. Norman really needs another bowl in here. He could drop a bit of a count.
Sure, Norman will be looking just to lift his own bowl through.
Norman's trotting after this. Likes the look of it down on the line. He's got a similar bowl here. He's pretty good. Pretty good. Gets round his own. That's very good from Norman.
Oh,
That's
well
a lovely bowl.
played.
Whether that would definitely, that I would say it's got to be the shot. Mark's clapping it, so it's.
I wasn't sure if he had that extra pound of weight, to be
No,
honest.
I think you might see a bit of aggression here from Mark. I think you might to play one bowl onto the other, or his own bowl
Only
onto the
problem
jack.
he's got there, though, if he gets the jack right the way through,
Yeah,
he hasn't got the best back, has
doesn't
he?
get the right angle on that jack. He could drop a 2. But not sure he's. No, he's playing this backhand or his backhand.
Maybe he's looking to lift his own bowl.
He's looking to lift his own bowl and lift the jack past the last bowl of Norman's, where he has another one waiting. He's giving himself a bit of a chance here with that green he's taken.
Good effort. I think he might be just slightly under
Bending
the line.
I think he might.
He definitely played that with a nice, neat weight.
Yeah, nice neat weight. So another 1 to Norman. Starts off the second set 2-0 up. Give you an update again. Martin Packett leads the second set 4-2. Scott Edwards leads the second set 3-0 after winning the first one. And Neil Smith has just won the first set. And they've just started the second set against Andy Moore. And Neil lays 2 on the first end. Andy Moore's just overplayed that, so Neil scores 2, and he's also 1 set to 0 up. So. Well, the game's looking well poised to go either way again. This set format is full of twists and turns where you never really know.
Absolutely.
You can never be confident you're home and dry until you literally shaking hands.
It's always about the second set, Baz, not
Second
the first
set,
one.
yeah.
Not quite sure who's got a shot there, but there's plenty of room. There's a
Plenty
couple
of
of
room,
feet
yeah.
either way.
Yeah. Normally looking to get close to this bowl. Displaced Jack on the next swing there, just holding Norman up a little bit.
It's a good effort here from
Is
where
he
I'm
making the
sitting.
trip? I'm not sure he's
just
making the trip.
struggling.
He's just on Mark's bowls. Mark now looking to improve on this and he'll be in a good position. Not sure Mark's making the chip either.
No, he's just struggling.
It's there to be won. Not sure the mark answered the right question there.
No,
I mean,
no, a little bit confused, I
obviously
think.
asked which bowl was the shot. Norman's on a nice road here. He's actually pace looks quite nice here. Just needs a clear road. Needs a clear road, and he's got a clear road. Lovely bowl from Norman. That.
Oh, well played.
That's a lovely
That's
bowl. He
definitely
might have
made
even
two of
made
that,
us
I
two of
think.
it.
To be honest, though, with the incorrect answer the marker gave, I think they didn't realise how short those bowls were.
Yeah, it seemed to. I think if they could see the head, I don't think they'd have asked any questions really.
No.
Actually, Mark's on a better pace here as well. Very good bowl
That's
from
a
Mark here.
lovely reply here
This
from Mark.
just needs to be a bit lucky how he gets a contact.
Oh, well
And he has.
played,
Well done,
well
well done,
played.
Mark. Interesting to see what Norman plays here. The way Norman plays the game, I wouldn't be surprised to see a little bit of a trundle down his backhand between Mark's two bowls to lift the bowl away.
I think that's possibly the shot to play, looking at how he bowls his bowls.
How he bowls his bowls, and he's always looking to arrive when it's down, is Norman. Yeah, that's what he's looking for. This little trundle down the backhand. Here it comes. Looks on a good road. He's trotting after it. Gets that.
Oh,
Oh
I
no,
think
he's
he's just
not quite
under.
got the weight really I think he wanted.
No, what a shame, because the line looked perfect for the job.
Nice chance of Mark now to add here and tie the setup. It's on a nice road. Looks on a nice pace, and it could be another great bowl for Mark here. Another great bowl for Mark here, I think. If he's going to quite make the trip. Oh, lovely line. Just the one then. Just the one for Mark.
And back to the shorter length, I think.
Back to the short length, I think. Yeah. Let's keep you updated again. Martin Puckett is 4-3 up at 5 ends. Scott Edwards is 3-1 up at 3 ends after winning the first set. Neil Smith's 3-0 up at 1 end after winning the first set. Mark Wall 2-1 down after winning the first set. It's a nice pace for Mark.
Lovely opening bowl here.
Yeah, it's a good start for Mark.
A good ball from
Norman there, yeah, good start. Bit unlucky, didn't actually get back to the jack a bit better.
the dream lines here.
The dream lines, yeah, just fighting that green. Mark looks a fairly decent pace again here.
Yeah, it's a
Lovely
good bowl
reply
here
from Mark here. Excellent bowl.
Well played, well played.
Very good.
Just shy of the touch. Another good effort here from Norman, but he just seems to be just chasing bowls.
That's finished on a better line, but I think he was going to just be over the top. Quite a bit of attention at the moment on ring 3 because Martin Puckett is 4-all playing the last end. If Adam White wins this end, Martin Puckett will be out of the competition, so quite significant the way Martin's played the last few tournaments. He seems to be the man to beat.
Mark's third bowl was an excellent bowl. It made Norman have to play the perfect draw as there's no other shot on, and unfortunately he's dropped short.
Yeah.
I think by about 4 feet.
Yeah. Mark here will look to hopefully turn that jack round the corner or just edge Norman's bowl away and could hold the 4.
We hold 3, it's dead draw onto the oranges again.
He hasn't got a bad bowl, Mark, actually, so Norman could be a
he's
bit more
still looking
aggressive
for that.
this. I would have thought so.
Mark can afford to arrive. If he's up.
That's a cracking effort.
Oh, he ain't quite up. What a line for what he wanted. Norman's got to be a bit careful though, because his bowl gets stuck on a wide line playing a runner and clips his own away.
Exactly.
He's in all sorts, and I think he might only be 1 down. So the way the set's poised, he's certainly don't want to be dropping more than 1.
Well, there's only 1 in it, isn't there? So.
Just to let you know, ring 3, Adam White actually holds the shot. Martin Puckett, I think, has only got 1 bowl left, so it's looking a bit of a shock on the cards. Norman there just being a bit tentative for what he really wanted. I think Mark's just taken the 1, just taken the 1. 2-2-4 wins. Martin Puckett just going down to his last bowl. Adam's got a shot bowl. It's only about 2 inches short of the jack, so Martin's ability is capable of doing anything here, but I'm not sure what he's going to play. He's playing to just about. No, he's playing the jaw. I think he's playing the jaw. Looks heavy. Is what he's going to hit, yeah. And Adam White has knocked the holder out of the competition. Martin Puckett
That's a great
is out.
result for Adam.
So Adam White, fantastic win. That really throws the competition wide open where Martin was the favourite. Decent start from Mark, just pulling up, not too bad though. Big end this now really, so whoever wins this end is in a good position. Norman looks on a good road.
Lovely effort.
Just pulling up again.
Shame, because it's the first one I've seen really where he's hit the perfect line.
First centre line, yeah. looks a better pace. Yeah, lovely bowl for Mark this. Lovely bowl for Mark.
Cracking bowl.
Just nipping inside the jack, but he'd be happy with that.
That's a wood in front of the jack.
Norman's having a look. Just keep you updated. Ian Jenkins has just picked up a 3 on rink 4 to move into a 5-3 lead, so that game is now nicely poised. And Neil Smith leads the second set 4-1 after winning the first set. So big end here for Ian Jenkins and a big end here for Andy Moore. They both really need to win this to give themselves a big chance.
Is he going to run along the bowls here?
Oh, it's unlucky, Norman. Oh, a really good bowl.
It's second, I believe.
Mark's on a nice wide road for his now. He should be bending back to the jack, which they are. Lovely bowl for Mark here. Lovely bowl for Mark. Lovely bowl for Mark, and he's covered that. He still just nips inside, so there's still half a chance for Norman. Same sort of bowl for Norman.
Cheeky Norman's asked to come up and have a look again.
Again, yeah. Luckily there's no shot clock on this competition.
Absolutely. Norman now
just looking to have that, probably a couple of feet of pace here. Just look to get into that shot bowl or move that jack round the corner. Here he comes. Quite a wide line for Norman this. I think he's just struggling to get back with his bowls.
Shame, lovely pace for it.
Yeah, a lovely pace for it, yeah. Looking to get round that jack here, I think. Nice line again. Mark's on a good road again here. Following it up, likes it.
That's a lovely effort here from Mark.
Great effort here, just looking to turn that jack. Oh, what a lovely bowl that is. It's only two still, but I think it's a better two.
It's definitely a better two. I think Norman will be up to this now. The problem is, he hasn't got the right angles.
No,
perfect.
The split might be quite good for Norman, though. If he gets on that split, and so the jack doesn't really move much, I would say it's his best chance.
He definitely won't be drawing, if we know Norman. Not quite sure, a bit high, I think.
He's got his own bowl away, so I think he's 3 down now.
Not sure about the front one, it might only be 2. We won't know until they take the 2 out.
It's not a good result for Norman if that's 3, because he'll need 2 2s to stay in the competition.
It's tight looking at that. No?
Well, I think he said a 3 I mentioned there. It's 3. 3 the marker indicates. So he goes 5-2 up Mark.
That's a painful 3, isn't it?
It's a painful 3, yeah, because he's now got. He hasn't just got to win both ends. He's got to score 2 on each end, which is not easy at the best of times against Mark Royal. Meanwhile, on the other rinks, Scott Edwards has just picked up to 3 to go 6-5 up. with one end to play, so Ian Jenkins needs 2 shots on the last end to keep his hopes alive. Neil Smith has gone into a 7-1 lead now in the second set, so looks to have that fairly well tied up for a place in the semi-finals, along with Adam White. Lovely pace here, it looks again for Mark. Maybe slightly quick, but it's a decent start. Hitting a lovely line now, Mark. Last 2 or 3 ends.
If you've got the legs, this is a lovely rip.
Yeah, got here from Norman. Needs to run. Get up, gotta run, gotta run.
I thought that was better than that, to be honest.
The pairs competition in full flow. Myself and Helen are competing in a couple of hours' time, I think, and we've got the honour, so to speak, of Mark Dawes, world champion, to be here today. He's accompanying Lorraine Cooler in the pairs, so a fair array of talent here. That's the beauty of these tournaments, Helen, is that any standard, any bowler can pay their little bit of entrance fee and get the chance to play against the world champion.
Yeah,
There's
well,
no other sport really that can do that, so we're quite privileged to be in a sport where you can be a fairly ordinary player or a league player, and tomorrow you could be playing against the world champion.
And I'm normally the one that gets the world champion.
Yeah. Poor Helen doesn't seem to get the easiest of draws in most of these competitions.
A bit of a standing joke.
Whoever's crowned world champion next year will be playing Helen along the way usually.
But like you said, it's nice to play nice players. It makes you up your game.
That's right. Yeah,
Definitely improves your game.
Yeah, definitely.
And it's a sport you're always learning.
Yeah.
Just get up and sit.
Now Norman needs to. He's in a good position actually, Norman. If he can draw the shot, maybe touch that jack, he'll lay a really good 2. He's got a bit of a chance. Looking quite pensive as he follows it up. It was a good effort from Norman. Just gets back. He's just a little bit heavy.
Yeah, you could tell he was raising his hands as if he knew he had a bit of pace on that. I don't think he'll mess. If Mark doesn't do anything here, I don't think he'll mess around with this. I think Norman will play it on the forehand. Turn the jack through.
To play.
You just need to have a look at the angle again.
I think Mark will just feel the head up here. He won't be looking to.
He's sitting in a lovely position at the moment, Mark, so I think he's going to put a little bit of a back bow in here. I mean, I could be wrong.
He's playing his other hand here, actually, I think, because there's a bit of a commotion on the next rink with the jack being displaced. So Mark, I think it's not the first time Mark's actually changed his hand just to avoid the disturbance of concentration. Yeah, he's got another good bowl here. It's another great bowl here. If he gets back, it's another good spot. Making it very hard for Norman. It's there for Norman to score 2, but he's got a really good bowl.
I might have it all wrong, Barry, but I've got a feeling he's going to play it here.
I'm not sure
she's going to be more aggressive.
Forehand really gives him a chance for 2, though, Helen, does it? Or
no.
He's got the best back, but
problem is he's had 3 draws.
He is, and
he's struggling with the pace, so he's going to go for the percentage
he's got
bowl,
to score.
I think.
Right, he's got to score. Yeah, you're right. He's played quicker.
Right.
He's played the backhand, but he's played your sort of shot quicker. He's close. Gets that contact. Oh. Great effort from Norman. And that's the end of the game. Mark wins the 1, gets the 1, which means Norman can only draw. So that's it. Mark Royal is into the semi-finals. Meanwhile, Neil Smith has won on week 5 against Andy Moore. So the lineup, and Scott Edwards has just won as well. So that's it from the quarterfinals. 3 games that all finished quite close together. So we've got Adam White, Scott Edwards, Neil Smith and Mark Royal as the 4 players for the semi-finals.
And Ian Jenkins has just lost Scott.
Yeah.
That looked like a very good game, actually.
It was a good game, yeah. I think Ian dropped a pretty poor 4 on the second end, but apart from that, it was pretty tight.
Oh, Johnny.